Well, I'm Garrett Sions. I'm 19 years old. I play Overwatch. I'm the team captain, and I think I'm plat four right now, but I was Diamond five. I need to get that back up.
Okay. What made you start esports and why Overwatch?
Well, I was a part of the original team that was set up before Overwatch was even like considered. It was pretty much just get five people and we'll have an Overwatch team. And so a couple of my friends kind of coerced me into it because I knew I loved the game. And then they ended up quitting, and I was the only one from the original that actually stayed. So it was just kind of like at that point, I really wanted to do it. And I'm like, I don't know anybody, but okay, I'm gonna have fun with it. And Overwatch has just been one of those games. I've played it for like 4 or 5 years at this point. It's just something I've always loved, always came back to. It's one of my favorites. So
What is your main job in your game, or what's your role?
I play damage, so pretty much just kill the other people, and that's it. I mean, I do damage to them, and I'm good.
All right. Well, what would you say your team is like? Do you like the team synergy?
Um, I do. I think it's gonna take us more time. I know Chandler and I are tank. We've played together a lot. We play together mostly outside of practice too. We're like the big duo. So I mean, we have a lot of good synergy, and it's just gonna take time for us because we've only been together for like a month now. So it just takes time, practice to be together and play together. So.
Do you have a daily warm up routine?
Well, we usually have like a practice range that we go into sometimes. I mean, honestly, our unranked games, just like the quick play, it might as well be a warm up because those games are just to practice and just have fun with.
For competitive games and or tournaments, what do you find most important for pregame, and what about during the game?
Pre-game, I think it's honestly just better to, yeah, I wouldn't even say playing the game, like just warming up, like even on like a practice range or something, because I think a lot of it for me is just kind of getting your nerves out because right before a game, I'm always extremely nervous and just playing and just practicing and calming down, just like just shooting targets, just calming myself really helps me kind of get into like a groove for it. And during the games, it's just try to stay calm. I mean, honestly, like the first semester I did this, it was bad. Like I was nervous like all the time. Like I've gotten better with it now. I've gotten more to the point where I can calm myself and be okay with what's going on. It's a completely different scene than kind of anything else in the game. So it's just something that I've kind of gotten used to as time has gone by. So
Do you think with esports practice makes perfect? If so, what ways?
I think it does to an extent. Like I think time into the game and practicing is very important, but you also have to give yourself mental health breaks. Like you can't just constantly be putting all your time into a game because especially like Overwatch, it's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. That game is annoying at best. And so, you really have to slow down and kind of give yourself time to chill out because you're just gonna get nowhere if you sit there and kind of just keep going at the same thing. Like you just put time into the game, but just give yourself time to live. And I think that's a really good balance of being able to progress to get better.
Do you have any advice for anyone thinking about competitive games? And if so, how would they go about accomplishing said task?
I think you just go for it. I mean, if you, especially like here, like if there's a team for it or there's even a scene for it. I mean, if it's possible to get enough people for a team, just go for it, get it together. Because I mean, some of them are more competitive than others. So like, even if you do it to enjoy it, the game. I mean, it's still worth it in my opinion because you're meeting new people and like having those kind of connections you get with the team. It's very fun. I love it. And so I think honestly, just go for it. And like I said, pretty much reiterating the last question, just kind of just like, just practice. I think that's a great way to get into it. Literally just practice, but just also give yourself time to relax.
Do you have any final comments or jokes or inside jokes you want to send to your team?
Um, I want to say I think the the last one of the matches we played recently it was just a Doom diff. Like it's just Chandler he needs to get better at Doomfist. He just just actually worse.